So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yes, I can talk over the intro.
Oh, look, at least we're still back. Thanks for finding the Geek Spot, everybody. Tonight we're going to talk about the Andor discussion and Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever chatter.
Is that still on there?
That is still on there.
I thought I changed that.
I don't think that's what we're going to talk about.
Nope, that still says Geek Spot News episode 75. Hey, next week, we're going to do this a different way where it will have actual episodes instead of me reusing the same episode every week. I have to set the settings.
It'll be podcast 80 next week, I think.
Look, the crowd, the live audience back here.
They love it.
Yep.
They love it. But no, honestly, we're all here. We're going to do a full-on recap of the 1977 classic Airplane.
I'm in. I'm all in.
Okay.
I'm all in. All right. The scene opens with, "Hey, everybody. Welcome to our show tonight." After what an exciting, fun weekend Jack and I had. We hope you had the same.
We did. What did you do this weekend, Frank?
I watched Yellowstone. I spent a lot of time in the DMZ. That's Call of Duty mode.
Oh, I thought you finally watched DMZ from HBO, starring the wonderful.
Yeah, that's it.
God, why am I blanking on her name?
Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka. Who's Ahsoka? Rosario Dawson.
There you
That's
go.
who's in that.
I was letting you stew on that one. Let's see. Friday night, I stayed in and did a lot of Call of Duty. And then Saturday was my friend Matt's birthday. And we went out to celebrate his birthday. Went to Chicken Pete's on the Boulevard and saw Jameson for a little bit. A lot of fun.
They're very good.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And then we left Chickies and went to this little pub in Trevose, Wilson's, where the beers are extremely cheap. And it felt like we stepped back in time about a decade or two.
Yeah, it's worth it sometimes, though.
And we saw this other guy who was playing some acoustic songs.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, we had a good time. And then we went back to Chickies. And then we went to the Morel Tavern and played shuffleboard until 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. What about you?
I watched a lot of Willow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
A lot of Willow.
Not there yet.
No, I went back. We'll talk about it a little bit, but I went back and watched the original.
Yes.
So I could get ready for the new one, and then I switched from that, and then I watched the 2 new episodes that dropped. In between there, I played a little place called Wilson's in Trevose.
Did you?
And saw you and the crew, which was fantastic. It was so nice to see you guys out.
So a couple of us went out to see Jack play acoustic. And
gave me an excuse to play some Glass Tiger and some Toto for you.
God, that was the highlight of my night. But not only did you play Glass Tiger, but you played Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-part harmony.
All by yourself.
Yeah.
I was that close to coming up and harmonizing, but
I next some time, all and some Social D for the birthday boy.
Yeah. You had that was fun. I'm glad we actually got a chance to go out and see you. There wasn't anybody else I wanted to see this weekend, so
yeah, that's fair.
Oh, and then Sunday morning I was supposed to get up early and play hockey, but I set my alarm wrong and I got blasted on Facebook for not showing up to play hockey.
It's fair. It's fair.
Outside.
In
December.
No, that sounds awful. I also finished up Gotham Knights.
The video game?
The video game. I beat a little Gotham Knights. By the way, hey, what's up to Charles and Dom and Dylan in the chat?
Hey,
nice to see you guys. Sorry, our new format kind of sometimes lets us know who's on and who's commenting and sometimes doesn't. Still a work in progress. Maybe once we get to our next episode, instead of still being on episode 75, we'll have that fixed. But yeah, I caught up on that stuff, and yeah, the original Willow. I'll tell you this about the original Willow.
Does it hold up?
They remastered it,
Yeah.
except for the CGI. They just left the CGI. They said, you know what? We're gonna make everything else look gorgeous,
Mm-hmm.
and like the streams will pop, and the backgrounds will be crisp, except for the CGI. The little animated like brownies, they're called, yeah, and any of the other animation stuff they had in CGI they had to put in there. You can like pretty much just see the screen behind them that they're running across and standing in front of to do the shrinking down and all those kinds of things to people.
Yep.
It's so bad. And like,
I can't wait to go back and watch this.
Glaring cuts.
Oh yeah.
The new one is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's getting there.
Right.
It's 2 episodes so far. So thing I didn't realize is that when the first one was made, Warwick Davis was 18 when it came out.
Yeah, you told me that, and I'm kind of blown away by that.
He was only 13 when he was Wicket.
Jesus.
So he's only 52 now.
He aged better than me.
Differently.
Differently works.
He had all those Leprechaun movies he had to go do. But you know, a couple people from the original in the show. Pretty cool. It's about, you know, however many years later, not much later, actually, like 18 years after the original is when it's kind of set. 16, 17 years after the original.
Have you seen Joanne Wally Nee Kilmer? You like that? I put the knee in there because I'm so complicated as hell.
Because they got divorced 24 years ago. Yeah.
Yes. And she's Nee Kilmer now. She's not Kilmer.
Got it. Oh, is that what that is? That's fancy.
Yeah. So if you say, yeah. So if you were married to someone, you would say knee in front of their name sometimes to be, you know, classy, I think, or I'm just sounding stupid. So there's that.
Well, I think Pete has thoughts in the chat there. Yeah. There's Pete's thoughts for all the people in Facebook land in all those places.
So it hopefully it picks up steam then.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, it's getting there. We'll see. Some of the stuff feels a little forced here and there.
I gotta tell you about forced.
But I think some of the new characters will be all right. There's as our friend Matt said Saturday night, there's one that's like just grating, but I mean that's the point, so you can have a redemption arc.
Right.
But it's super annoying. And it's just like, all right, I get it. And then I'm sure there'll be something that turns her around and she's likable by the end, but it's just a lot to get through.
I see.
Dylan managed to go see Violent Night, which does not surprise me that he saw it and loved it.
That one I actually want to see. That one I want to see. I'm hoping I'll catch that on Plex soon.
I've heard they started it with Die Hard meets Home Alone, like advertising it that way.
Yeah.
And apparently they say that a lot in the movie from the one review I was.
Oh, really?
Glancing through, like they reference Die Hard and Home Alone directly multiple times throughout the movie.
Awesome. Tonight is actually Star Wars night at the Flyers game.
Oh,
tickets were very easy to come by. I decided not to go.
Oh.
Before we get into all the geeky stuff, today was a wonderful day if you're a baseball fan, and for the 19 of us that are left, the Philadelphia Phillies have signed free agent shortstop Trey Turner, formerly of the Dodgers, formerly of the Nationals, former teammate and best friend of Bryce Harper, to an 11-year, $300 million contract.
Sounds like a lot of money.
With a full no-trade clause.
So is that the same as Harper's deal?
Harper was $13,330, I think. So Harper's is longer, and he took a little bit less money so that they would be able to do something like this down the line, which is why they were also able to sign Schwarber and Castellanos last year.
All right.
Great baseball move for the Phillies. So for the Phillies are they have to be going into the season as favorites to go back to the World Series at least.
What do you do with Stott though?
Stott goes to second. Turner plays shortstop.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
That's great. He's a natural second baseman. Stott's a natural second baseman. That's his
good.
natural position. So they're the middle of their defense, the middle of the field now is great. Don't hit anything down the first baseline and you're all right.
Yeah.
Still
time.
And the shift is gone next year. The shift was banned. So, the Eagles are 11-1. The Phillies just signed one of the best free agents they could have signed in the offseason, need a little bit of pitching help now. The Sixers and the Flyers, I could care less about right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I can barely keep up with the football stuff because,
Is that Dylan that got blocked by Milan Lucic?
That is.
That's phenomenal. So Dylan joins my friend Ange as being blocked by sports people on Twitter. Ange gets blocked by sports people often, I think.
That's
or did at one point. Now
and the singer of Smash Mouth.
And the singer of Smash Mouth, yes. So that's our sports news.
And Charles watched the 3rd season of Pennyworth. How was it, Charles? Still waiting.
Nice.
To dive in on the Pennyworth stuff. I've been keeping up with Titans. Doom Patrol drops in like 3 days.
I have to feel bad for Dom for a second because he's a Giants fan. So
I mean, well, period, right?
Yeah.
But also because we were talking Philly sports and he's a Giants fan,
right?
But it's always sad to be a Giants fan in general.
It is. They haven't. They were good that one time. That's phenomenal. Oh, that's right, because he was a Flame, I believe. Lucic.
So Dylan didn't even tweet at him. He was scrolling on Flames tweets and still got blocked. Wow.
Phenomenal. I love to hear stuff like that.
Nice. Charles says Pennyworth was great.
Awesome.
So I'll have to add that to the list when things slow down a little bit. I'm sure you do.
My pen right here. See, it's my pen.
Yep. Adding it to the list. Yeah.
Right here.
I mean, look, you can watch Willow while it's still fresh.
Company name, team structure.
But you watched a lot of Yellowstone?
I did.
Are you caught up on Yellowstone?
I'm an episode and a half behind. The 5th episode aired. I now know that it airs on Sundays. I never bothered to look when it aired because I was never close enough to know this. So now I looked because the 5th season is on Paramount Plus. I am watching it in another way. So I catch that. I am in the middle. There's like 8 minutes left in episode 4, and then I have 5. And then I can go watch 1883, which is Sam Elliott, and is the beginning of the saga. And then 1923 comes out in another week and a half, I think, and that it's going to be Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford.
So is that airing concurrently with Yellowstone, or is that airing during a break?
So they're in episode 5, I think, and they're 10-episode seasons. So I guess it's kind of going to piggyback along with it for a couple episodes.
Or are they going to do a break? Because we've got like Titans. I think Titans aired their 6th episode this past week, which Titans is killing it this season, by the way. The stuff they're doing with Connor Kent and the dichotomy between him being Kal-El's son and Luthor's son. Spoilers for 30-year-old plot point.
That's a nice
one. Is great. Like the direction they're taking his character is super cool. And I still need Brendan Thwaites to do more than just Titans and start acting in some more stuff. And here's how to describe like the cast they have in Titans at this point. You watch the show and you're like, you're all way too good to be on a show about a comic book.
About nothing? Oh, wait. Wrong show.
Yeah, different. But it's like you watch them and you're like, you are all phenomenal actors, and I can't believe you're doing even what you're doing with the scripts that you get and the plots and stuff, and making this actually like taken seriously when you're talking about like, blood magic and Trigon, the 6-eyed man coming back for his demon spawns, and they're totally taking it seriously. And you totally buy it the way they're acting. It's great.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
I know.
That's all right.
You're not up on your Teen Titans history.
I'm not up on my anything Teen Titans.
So Doom Patrol. You're like 3 seasons behind on Doom Patrol.
I am, but I'm almost there. So after Yellowstone comes Friday night. Never mind.
Nope.
After Yellowstone comes the Smallville rewatch.
1883.
Yes, it does. No. Okay, so when I mentioned forced earlier, the trailer dropped, I think it's like a week ago. The 90s show. That 90s show. So that's the continuation of that 70s show, right? Where we follow the adventures of Leah Foreman, who goes back to Wisconsin to stay at her grandparents' house. And while I'm excited for the show, because I really did like that 70s show, I have a strong feeling they're going to force jokes harder than they did in that 70s show. Like that 70s show, it played, natural. You didn't know the characters. The whole Red Foreman foot in the ass thing that was like a real long running joke throughout the series. I feel like they're going to force situations for him to say that as opposed to it happening as naturally as it can be for a scripted show. But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you look back at the original with nostalgia a little bit, and if you watch back, you're like, oh, this was all super forced too.
Right, it was.
I think they'll set it up the same way. I don't think it'll be any worse written than the original.
Well, no, it's the original writers, so it's like or the original show creators, so that's good. And Topher Grace is back, and what's her name that played Donna?
Laura Prepon.
Laura Prepon is back. Prepon is back. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher are coming back, as well as Wilmer Valderrama as Fez. Now, the only other problem, and even it seems even Mila had a small issue with the fact that she's coming back with Ashton and their characters are together. Where you left the show, spoiler alert, that Jackie was with Fez when the show ended.
Was she? I thought they were just split in general.
No, they were together, and then now they have a daughter. They have a kid, I think. Jackie and Kelso have a kid, which makes no sense.
Well, it could,
And
I don't
Fez
know how far is that 90s show, right?
It'll be that 90s show.
So sometime in the 90s, so the kids can't be more than like
she's so it's 15 years after the original. And I think they said she's a teenager.
Got it. No, so it's 95, so she can't be that much of a teenager. Because the show ended at New Year's 1979.
Right. And this is picking up 15 years later. So 95-ish, yeah. No, I don't believe Hyde will be making an appearance.
I think what'll be worse is having to watch the 90s be done with all of the tropes of grunge and boy bands, and like it's going to be like so thick with that it'll be exhausting.
Yeah, Hyde. Danny Masterson has some issues that he's dealing with.
As Dylan says, he won't be making an appearance, and then Pete brought in that his case got thrown out of court. He's technically in the clear for now.
They ruled it a mistrial, and Scientology is going to fix that.
There's more Mastersons. It's fine. They come out of everywhere.
We don't make enough money for Scientology to come down.
Their half sisters was great on The Walking Dead.
Apparently his brother's really good too at stuff. But so I'm excited for that.
The one from Malcolm in the Middle, that brother?
I don't know who they all are.
Oh, there's a Malcolm in the Middle one. There's a Walking Dead sister, and then there was Danny, and then there was somebody else. I think I don't remember.
Yeah,
there's a lot of Mastersons.
I'm excited for the show in a nostalgia way, but I really do feel like it's going to be like Mighty Ducks forced. Like I watched the Mighty Ducks. I haven't even watched the second season of that yet
that's because you lost Emilio because he didn't want to wear a mask.
Yeah, but that's not why. He disputed that. I don't hate Josh Duhamel though. Who picked up?
He's great. I mean, he's been the same character since he was Leo on All My Children in the 90s.
So his character in Las Vegas is the same character all throughout?
Yeah. The Transformers movies are a prequel to the show Las Vegas.
Oh, I knew that.
That's when his character was in the military and went away. He was serving with the Transformers.
Right. What 90s reference do you feel has to be in the show?
And they're going to go heavy against grunge because the first one was against the classic rock era.
So you think was 90s when they did was that 90s?
Yes. It
2000s?
was like 98.
Okay. So maybe get some what's-ups.
Maybe. That's for Dom, for our listeners, asking what 90s reference do you feel has to be in this show?
Oh, and Chong is in.
And for Facebook, too. What was that?
Chong will be in it also. Tommy Chong.
Oh. Well.
Yeah. You mentioned you go ahead.
No, so I was gonna say so you get What's Up, you get grunge. You might get the boy band explosion going on. I don't know what other stuff you reference from the 90s because it didn't feel all that exciting in the mid 90s.
No.
You remember them less than I do.
I do. Let's see.
I mean, you do get like Clerks and that vibe going through, so you could get somebody that's like that.
All right, here we go.
With the skater punk and ska hit.
Here's 20 slang terms every 1990s kid will remember. This should be good.
Power punk. Yeah,
Talk to
the hand. Nice. And Green Day and Full House were 90s. So, as if. All right.
That was one. Booyah is a 90s saying.
How was Booyah a 90s saying?
That's just what it said. I'm finally moving out of my parents' basement. Booyah. That's the example it gives.
That's weird. Okay. I know it came back lately with Teen Titans Go, but.
Scrub.
No scrubs.
No scrub.
I will see your scrub and no scrub you.
Not.
Yeah.
Monet.
No. Oh, instead of money.
Yeah. You actually think he's hot? You better look again. He's a total Monet.
No. Nobody in the 90s said that.
I didn't.
Yeah. All right. We all. Yeah.
Crunk. That didn't happen.
Crunk was. I don't feel like that was 90s because that turned into like a style of music and everything.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that one too.
And then Fly.
Do you think we get a Svengali special appearance for whatever?
Maybe.
With the sock puppet band? That would be amazing.
Ooh, don't forget Getting Jiggy is
Ooh, yeah. The rise of Will Smith was the 90s, huh?
Sup. Sup came out in the 90s.
That explains a lot as to why I still use it.
Well, so does Bugging Out.
I'm
almost done here. Open up a can of
Yeah.
You Go Girl.
That was 90s, really? All right.
Apparently, and this was one of my favorites. All That and a Bag of Chips. Use that one a lot. Also use Fart Knocker a lot.
Which one?
Fart Knocker.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget we got Beavis and Butthead. We could get some of that.
Yeah, there's some options. I'm glad my mother joined right in time for you to say Fart Knocker. That's good.
Awesome. That's great. Home Skillet and Kick Him to the Curb are the last two.
Okay.
Thank God I'm done with that list.
Yeah, this was the rise of MTV animation too. I don't know which way they go. I'm sure they'll lean into grunge.
Well, they're going to be pot smoking, so you're going to probably get grunge and Beavis and Butthead stuff out the ass.
Oh, you might get some Fugees.
Maybe.
Who knows? They might be rap fans. You might get a little Tupac, a little Biggie.
Yeah. I mean, R&B was pretty good in the 90s.
It was. Just listening to Peebo Bryson the other day.
Jodeci, or is that later? That's 2000s, isn't it?
Jodeci, I feel like, was late 90s.
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper was 90s. Vanilla Ice was 90s. Coolio.
Are you saying Salt and Pepper or God? Are you saying Vanilla Ice is actual rap?
Yeah. I went to the I Love the 90s concert a few years ago when it was Vanilla Ice and Coolio and Young MC and Tone Loc, All for One, Kid and Play, House Parties 90s.
Dude, Kid and Play was my shit.
They're great.
I knew how to do the Kid and Play kick step.
I will pay you $50
for what?
Right now in cash for you to do the Kid and Play.
Well, I'm by myself. I can't do it by myself. I need someone to do the.
It's likely get your kid.
Tap, walk up, foot tap, step back, walk up, foot tap, step back.
Next time I see you. Oh, the Real World reality TV did start then. Good call, Pete.
Hold the foot, jump around in a circle. Come on, man. I know this shit. There you go. Okay. We got the first Indiana Jones trailer. Did we talk about that last time?
Oh, we got a ton of trailers since last time. I forgot about that.
Did we talk about the Indiana Jones trailer?
We did not, because it dropped, I want
Like
to say
the day after.
Tuesday.
Yeah, of course it did. Did you watch it?
I did.
I'll tell you what. I'm all in.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
all in.
fun.
No mutt.
Yeah, we're not sure still.
No mutt. They said officially no mutt.
It's
They didn't
official.
want
All right.
Yeah, they
Somebody delete him from the IMDb.
Yeah, I think they didn't want anything to do with him. He's too controversial. They showed the de-aged Harrison Ford in the trailer.
Looks
Little
great.
bit. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really good.
I mean, it's just a bunch of stuntmen that they superimpose Harrison Ford's face over. It's fine.
They did a lot of practical effects. So
Yeah,
it's
everything around his face, besides his face, is practical. They couldn't afford to make anything else CGI, so it's just his face is CGI'd.
And it's Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see like Indy through the years, and I'm sure it'll tie together like where he has been searching for this thing for 40 years, and then it pops up at the end.
I think he actually retired from archaeology whipping and is like a school teacher. That's what the gist I got from the trailer was, is he kind of retired and he's having a conversation with Sala, and Sala's like, don't you miss it sometimes? And then, here comes your granddaughter, and then, goddaughter. Yes, goddaughter. And now you're back with your whip in your hat and you're whipping people in a room. So that's awesome. I'm excited for it.
It looks like it's going to be fun. I don't think they were allowed to mess this up. And honestly, Mangold hasn't done anything bad. So I have faith still in him.
Yeah. We got that, and we got a Rise of the Beasts trailer from Transformers.
It looks ridiculous. I'm in.
Yeah. Oh, it's so ridiculously over the top. I'm absolutely in. Wait, earlier? Oh, I'm gonna have to get to that later. I'll have to look that up now. So Rise of the Beasts is introducing the Maximals.
Yeah.
Who I'm not as familiar with.
No.
But hold on. I'm super unprepared for tonight, as I said. Peter Cullen returns to voice Optimus Prime, which is always awesome to hear his voice. Who's the dude? What the hell's his name? The gorilla.
Megatron?
No. The gorilla.
Hammurabi?
No, I think it's Ron Perlman, actually.
In the movie. Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
I have no idea.
Dom's against the Beast Wars. Dom is a fan of the Beast Wars, and he's against this here. So you get a glimpse of Cheetor, is a cheetah themed one.
Well,
Rhinox is a
okay.
rhino themed one. Aerozor, he's a falcon. Bumblebee.
Look, nobody said that they were clever at naming these characters.
No, they weren't. Mirage is in it.
I want to know which version of Mirage they're going to do, but I'm down.
Okay.
So they've done a couple different redesigns of Mirage over the years.
You're getting the G1 Optimus Prime design, which is awesome. That old truck.
You know who voices Optimus Prime in the new cartoon they just came out with?
No, who?
Alan Tudyk.
No shit. How's he do?
He's fine.
Yeah.
He sounds, a little bit like Alan Tudyk doing Optimus Prime. It's not bad though. It's a new show on Nick.
I wasn't sure who the villain was, but here they're saying that the villain is Scourge, the leader of the Terrorcons.
Oh, we get the Terrorcons. All right.
Villain. Yeah.
We get the Constructicons is all I really want to know. The lime green Constructicons, because they were completely viable.
Well, so was the bug guys.
The Insecticons?
The Insecticons.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Dom has some more feelings on here because he's on YouTube, unlike some other people, so it's tough to see. So, and Charles, we'll talk Slumberland. Don't worry, in a few. The problem is the Primals were never with the Autobots. They are gonna mess this up like they did the Dinobots.
Well, the Dinobots, I think they totally got wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah, so this apparently is a reboot though. So it's not going to tie back to they're on their third reboot of the Transformers franchise.
They're trying that hard to get away from Michael Bay.
Isn't he still involved?
Mm-mm. No, Bay's not
Really?
anymore. Yeah, he's
I feel like
definitely not filming it.
I feel like he's still involved somehow.
No longer involved with the franchise, as Stephen Caple Jr. has taken over instead.
Oh, well, look, Bay has done plenty with it, and they're always fun. I get it.
Sure.
He's not the greatest of human beings, but he's done so many things, and he's made so many great movies that we all will watch for the rest of our lives. That it's fine.
I'll always watch the first one, even with stupid Sheila Boof.
You watch it for Megan Fox. It's fine.
Oh, that's right. She was in that too, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's two winners for you.
She doesn't do it for me either.
Mm.
Her and Kate Upton are on the list.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Explosion in Lincoln Park as Michael Bay. Absolutely.
Look, those were two of the best parts of those movies.
Sure.
We got some other trailers too, didn't we? Oh, we'll get there though.
Did. I'm gonna get to a couple of the other trailers in a minute. Would Aladdin 2 recast Will Smith's genie? Will Smith's coming back in the news because he's got another movie coming out that's actually getting pretty good reviews. I don't remember what it is because I didn't care. Basically, yeah,
Emancipation. I want to say it's called.
Yes. Basically, Guy Ritchie said no. He thinks Will Smith's an awesome human being, and you know.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be recast. I don't know that there's a reason to make an Aladdin 2.
Sure, there is money.
Yeah, I know. Money. God forbid they just make a new movie.
No,
like Strange World. Ooh, it's so great.
A whole new world.
Nope. Oh. The latest Disney animated movie, Strange World.
Oh yeah, that's why they don't make new shit.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, that's why they don't make new stuff. You wanna mention your Slumberland thingy there?
Yeah, I didn't watch it yet. I noticed Charles said that he watched the movie Slumberland, starring Jason Momoa as like a sleep demon kind of guy.
Okay.
It looks like going through dreams and things like that. It's based on a series of books. I'll end up watching it at some point when I'm looking to kill like 2 hours, but it's not really grabbing me with any of it because it looks like it's just a filler kind of movie. I don't know if you've seen the previews for it, but it's Jason Momoa with like horns and all mixed up on his head and big teeth and
yes.
Jumping through buses and in and out of stuff. Like I said, it looks like it's probably fun 2 hours to kill, but nothing to write home about. So we'll see. I'll add that to the list. I think the kids probably want to watch that. I'm off this weekend, so I'll have time to actually do stuff.
Nice. I'm going to run down the trailers real fast, and then we'll break off into the other little stuff really quick. We did the Indiana Jones one. Mandalorian got its date revealed, March 1st, 2023. Actually was going to bring something up that The Mandalorian Season 3 could contain surprises on the level of Baby Yoda and Luke Skywalker, hints star Pedro Pascal at CCXP in Brazil. That's where we're getting all this information from, is the CCXP. Basically, it's Brazil's Comic-Con.
Yeah, LA Comic-Con was light on the news this weekend.
He said that there's so much that you're going to see. I think one of the best things about Season 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian were the surprises. We were all able to keep Baby Grogu a secret. We were all able to keep Luke Skywalker's return to the world a secret. So there are more secrets to keep. If I had to describe Season 3 in one word, it would be epic. So that's interesting. That's interesting.
I can't wait till the second week of it when they recap week 1 for most of it and have all their callbacks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Look, after Andor, they're going to have to do a little bit to impress me again.
Well, yeah, I think so. Series creator Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni appeared virtually to tease the upcoming season. They described the scope as bigger than ever before. They also teased weekly surprises throughout the season and the planet of Mandalore featuring in the narrative. Now, before we go forward, do them throwing weekly surprises out diminish the overall story of that show? Like Andor didn't give you weekly surprises like they're teasing. Is that going to is that going to like diminish it for you, or is that like
I think what we need to officially establish is, did the sequels happen or not? Is that what we're going with?
okay?
Because
Okay.
then we know what matters and what doesn't matter on these other shows. Because there's only so many things they can do to call to the past, right? Like
Mhm.
we're beating the crap out of this time frame, and like, oh, and remember this from the Clone Wars that happened before? Look, nostalgia. Like we're not moving the story forward at all, because
Right.
we still know, like, regardless of what happens with Luke and with any of those people, like, all right, well, Luke still ends up all by himself on a planet after Kylo Ren goes nuts, kills everything in the Academy. Yeah,
Basically.
spoilers, by the way. Sorry.
Oops.
Um, but like, we're not doing anything to move the story forward there. You're
Yeah.
just rehashing more stuff.
Mhm.
So I really hope they do some stuff to actually move us along through the story progression, and like,
Right.
get into the Mandalore stuff, because I thought that was one of the more interesting parts of Clone Wars and
Yeah.
Rebels.
Same.
We got to delve into all that because we didn't know about it.
Right.
But I feel like they are so hung up on, like, hey, remember this
Right.
6-second part of Empire Strikes Back? We're going to do an episode about that.
Right. There is there
We're
was
going to build this in the trash compactor and build a plane out of it. Okay, great.
Daisy Ridley sparked Star Wars return speculation. She posted a picture of the Lucasfilm offices on her Instagram on December 1st. She posted a picture in front. Actually posted the picture of a little Yoda statue that's in the Lucasfilm offices. Um, she waited a little while and then just basically said that she had a lunch visit at Lucasfilm and there's nothing saucy happening in regards to her future. Do you need to see Rey in a movie going forward past what you left her in the? Do you think that character is savable?
No. I
Okay.
mean, uh,
Character.
yeah, look, I don't even think she was bad as a character. She was the most intriguing part of those movies.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, they made them way more about Kylo Ren, who I really didn't like from the beginning and could have cared less about by the middle of uh
it's a shame because he's
whatever the
really
second
bad.
one was. He is. He was too good for what they gave him.
Yep.
So he overacted everything,
Well, he got to take a
and
shirt for a while.
was like, watch me be a petulant teenager, except for I'm also supposed to be the most feared person in the galaxy right now. So it just didn't match.
No, no, it's
Um,
horrible writing.
yeah. So
Um,
yeah. So I'm hoping that I would take more of her, though, as long as it's again moving the story forward. Not like, we're gonna show you what happened to Rey between these two movies. Like, no, just stop. Just
um, one of the other trailers we got was the first official Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. What are your
we
thoughts on
did.
what are your thoughts on
So I feel like this is the same trailer they showed at Comic-Con last summer.
Well, there was
During the
no Adam
summer.
Warlock last summer, was there?
I don't know, because it didn't officially release. Like, you had to watch it on like another site of somebody that may have
That's right.
videotaped it.
Yep, yep,
It looks just like the description that I saw of that and some of the other stuff. I'm in. Like, let's just get there. It's May.
yep. No,
There's
yeah,
nothing with it that I'm like, oh, I think this is gonna be awful. It's gonna be fun. But let's get
I
there and knock it out and move on to the next thing.
I think it's gonna be fun, and I think it's gonna be I think the movie's gonna be really sad. I think there's gonna be a death or two. There's gonna be some real sad stuff in this movie.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're gonna get if they're gonna tie it into, like, I think I'm concerned there's gonna be too many storylines that they try and wrap up in this, because they just dropped that new bombshell, spoilers, during the holiday special, where Manus and Quill are brother and sister.
Yeah.
So now do we get the search for all of Ego's kids and Gamora and Rocket's background, and have to wrap up the Drax storyline? Do we let Drax stop being the comic relief
Yeah.
and like bring him back to, like, the Drax character in the comic book is like super uh stoic and powerful, and you know and the way they displayed the character, like, he's been so much the comic relief. He was still the comic relief in the holiday special. dialed it back a little bit from where he was before.
Right. No, I agree with what Dom said. Dom said, or was it Dom? Did Dom say that, or who said that?
That was Dylan.
Dylan.
Said
Sorry. See,
Drax will probably die because Batista said he's too old to play him.
we did.
Maybe he'll get horribly burned and have to wear a shirt, and then Batista will come back.
They did. James Gunn did actually answer the how did Nebula get the arm. He answered.
I saw.
What
What did he say?
He basically wanted arm wrestling him. She ripped it off his arm. I'm curious as to how that plays forward. That's kind of a big thing. Like that's a vibranium arm. That's not a normal metal arm. Like that's a Wakanda made vibranium
Yeah, but
arm.
it pops in though. It's fine.
Yeah, but it's nowhere. It's nowhere. Get it? It's nowhere.
I know.
Yeah,
I get it. I'm
Um,
laughing so hard on the inside.
feel it. I also think Rocket will die, Dom. But
I don't know if you get that.
no, actually that's too much of a downer. I think you get.
I think the beauty of that character is because it's all CGI, you can keep that character going forever. There's no reason to kill that character off.
I think that character gets a happily ever after moment.
Like maybe Bradley Cooper, gets more expensive at some point, but like it's really just VO.
Dude has an Oscar, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's just voiceover. It's not like it's like he's never on screen, so you're not paying for his face.
That's true.
Hey, we need you, no-name guy, to be the voice because nobody knows it's Bradley Cooper anyway.
Here's something that debuted that I could give two shits about. Avatar: The Way of the Water premiered 18 minutes of footage for attendees. Please don't share that to me because I could give a shit less about Avatar.
I think you're really excited. It's going to save the cinema, Frank.
Look, they're bringing
only
back
needs $4 billion to break even for this first movie.
Yeah, that's a rough. It actually, for real, James Cameron recently commented that The Way of the Water has to make over $2 billion to break even. So this movie will be in theaters for the next 8 years.
Probably. It'll be right up until the next one comes along.
Transformers: Rise of the Beast. We talked about that one already.
I did see Glass Onion. They're trying to work that back into theaters though because it did so well. And it's limited run.
They're re-releasing Top Gun too.
Oh my god.
Top Gun 2. Get it?
Yeah, haven't seen it yet. It's on the list.
Still good. Very good. We did get a Boys spinoff, Gen V, closed out Amazon Prime's panel.
Oh. They dropped a trailer too, didn't they? A teaser?
They did. The series follows a group of young soups who are put to the test in a Hunger Games-esque style challenge at the Godolphin University School of Crime Fighting. It's coming out in 2023.
I'm in. Did you watch Diabolical yet?
No, I have not.
Killing me.
We got an Ant-Man and the Wasp. They screened its opening scene for the people there. We did get a trailer with a little bit of different Kang dialogue. I'm actually really excited for this one. I'm a big Paul Rudd fan, and I really want to see where they're going to take the whole Kang storyline.
Yeah, and I want to know if Loki season 2 matters.
That's also a good thing. How many more Loki can we get?
Because that's next summer.
It is, and this is
and it's set up to be a Kang show.
Mm-hmm.
So is Kang even going to be in?
Well, they got Jonathan Majors busy for a while. We got a poster for the Blue Beetle. Did you happen to see that?
We just got the Beetle, right?
Yeah, it's just the Beetle. It's a neon beetle.
Look, I like the kid playing him. Jaime Reyes is fine as a character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm annoyed that we have killed the chance to get a decent Ted Kord in the DCU now. So I'm hoping this gets written off as a one-off, and then we go a different direction with this character. And because if there's anybody that could do Blue Beetle and Booster Gold right, it is James Gunn.
Yep. August 18th, 2023 for that.
Give me that buddy comedy all day.
What? Oh, the
Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
yeah.
Like, give me them as the ones telling the jokes about Aquaman doing the naughty with fish all day.
uh,
Did you see the Flash news that was teased earlier by Dom? It's super exciting. It's a big move, big
did not.
shift.
Let me.
So the Flash movie moved from June 23rd up to June 16th.
Whoa! Really?
Hold on to your hat.
Oh, that's I. Shit! I gotta look for tickets now. Then I was gonna
Yeah,
wait.
probably.
I was gonna.
Probably.
John Wick Chapter 4 got some. It got some new details and a possibility of a 5.
I saw somebody that did an AI of John Wick with Orson Welles as John Wick. It was amazing.
Was it?
It looked incredible. Yeah.
And the last trailer that came out, which I did not watch yet because I'm not invested in this one. The Last of Us dropped a trailer.
Which one? Last. Did I saw
next month?
Is it another new trailer? I guess.
Apparently.
The first one. I don't need another one. It looks great.
Yeah, it's January 15th. I never played the game, so I'm not, I'm not as invested in this.
I mean, you love zombie movies, so like you are totally in on this.
That's right. It's a zombie movie.
Yeah, it's literally just The Walking Dead, starring 2 people.
So, really, the only DC thing I have is that there was a DC banner at CCXP, which is the Brazil Comic Con, and the way they position characters on that is what everybody is saying is this is how they're going to this is the characters they're putting forward, moving forward. So the banner that was prominently displayed by Warner Brothers features Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot,
Okay,
Batman, Robert Pattinson,
yeah,
Black Adam, obviously,
nope,
Aquaman, obviously,
nope.
and Henry Cavill Superman. Is they're the face of the DCU right now. That's the big 5. So
Nope. I would take Green Lantern or Aldous Hodges Hawkman all day.
Yep,
All day over Black Adam. Or let's do some Martian Manhunter. Though I think the guy they cast, I mean, he can change his appearance, so it's easy to recast him back as somebody else.
By the way, still have not finished Black Adam. Still about halfway through the movie.
I would love to say that I'm shocked, but I'm in no way shocked.
Come
on, you got to get to Harcourt.
Maybe. Is she at the end?
She's what you would think is the end.
Oh.
She's there. And then you go, oh, there's still 20 minutes left. Great.
Oh, good. Two little Arrowverse moments. David Ramsey, who plays John Diggle, promises there will be updates soon on his Justice U spinoff show.
Canceled. Got it.
Okay. And
where's it going to go? I mean, there's no way the CW is picking up some random ass show. I mean, I don't even think Gotham Knights is going to make it to air at this point.
They have Gotham Knights coming up next year.
Do they though? Let's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Season 9 premieres in February. I think I saw.
Sure.
And Stephen Amell is open to returning for the final Flash season.
Don't need him. He's getting a little weird. He hates the puppies, so we don't talk about Amell anymore.
He hates everything.
And yeah, so Stargirl, 1 episode left.
1?
Awesome twist this past week that they spent a full 2 seasons setting up. Like the fact that they just pulled off something that I didn't even see coming.
Yeah.
With almost 3 entire seasons of setup for it is incredible.
Huh.
Because we're second to last episode of 3 seasons of the show, and they threw in a twist that I was like, holy crap. And then they cut back and it's like, oh, they've literally been setting this up for 30 episodes. Which is super impressive. And look, Jeff Johns has done a lot of dumb crap, but like the Stargirl character is his baby.
Yeah.
It's based on his sister that passed away.
Oh, okay.
So his first creation in DC was Stargirl.
Right.
Who he then used to bring back all of the Justice Society characters and really delve. That was his first thing, really delving deep into the history of DC, and he's revamping them again right now. He went back and is doing a run with Stargirl and all the Justice Society characters and pulling back all these like deep cuts from the 80s and 90s when those characters had a resurgence when they brought right after Crisis.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. So that show has one episode left, and they shot 2 different versions of the finale because they were like, we don't know if we're going to get picked up, so we're going to shoot 2 versions. The one that'll leave it open and one that'll wrap stuff up. So they're going to wrap stuff up.
Oh, okay. In the MCU, before we're gonna end, we'll end with the Superman thing, but a couple of quick hits on the MCU here. Haley Atwell not real happy with Captain Carter in the Doctor Strange movie, and that makes sense because none of us were happy with the Doctor Strange movie.
No, what's she mad about?
She
She looked
said
good.
she said that it was definitely not, the trajectory that I see for Peggy, referencing the character in the movie. I would definitely like her to have more to do. It's so funny because I did that 10 years ago and I love her because I love the people, and you never know if there could be more. She wasn't real happy with how they offed her and how she kind of, I, I don't know, maybe she doesn't understand that wasn't like the definitive version of that character.
Look, Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't know that she was ever in a Spider-Man movie, so
that also is true.
You never know what she does or doesn't know. I mean, look, they might not have even needed to shoot her for her to be in that movie. She may have not even shown up. It's Marvel. They could have CGI'd all of that for probably less money than it cost them to do one scene in the new Black Panther movie with all that underwater stuff. Or maybe they told her she was doing mocap for What If.
Don Cheadle was on Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Kimmel asked him directly this question. Here's the give and take between the two of them. Jimmy asked him, "Is it true that Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to play Titanium Man?" And John Cheadle says, "I think he is in for Titanium Man." And Kimmel goes, "He is?" And Cheadle goes, is this a serious question? And Kimmel said, "Yeah." So Cheadle then goes, "What is Titanium Man?" And Kimmel goes, "Oh, well, that's a bad sign." And then Cheadle laughed and said, "I hadn't heard of titanium. Oh, an aluminum girl. You just fold her up and she can come back and re-aluminum again." No, I don't know about that. I'll ask him next time I see him. So is it possible that Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be in the MCU as Titanium Man?
If there's ever a chance to cast him, it would be in one of these crazy armor things, because you get in Armor Wars, you get all these different knockoff Iron Man outfits. Like we'll probably get the Crimson Dynamo, which will be great. That's the Russian version.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Maybe we'll get Stiltman.
Ooh,
that would be cool. I really hope that we get Justin Hammer back and get Hammer Tech.
Oh, that'd be so nice. I like Justin Hammer.
Maybe that's why they had to make it into a movie, because he would only come back if they did it in a movie for Sam Rockwell. But that'll be fantastic.
And
I know we don't have any big things to review this week. Well, Frank will catch up on Willow and stuff, right?
Well, I'm all in on the Yellowstone right now, so I'll have to find some time for that.
I'll be able to do a White Lotus recap soon too. There's only 2 episodes left.
We mentioned it at the end of the show last week, and I kind of reminded Jack just before we went on today that we've done the Batman rankings, we've done the Joker rankings. We're going to do the Superman rankings, and I'm going to read off all the people that played Superman, and then we're going to kind of give you our 1 through whatever Superman real fast. The first person to ever play Superman on television, according to this, is Kirk Allen, who played Superman in 1948. It was a theatrical serial simply titled Superman. Then he returned for a 1950 follow-up serial called Atom Man vs. Superman. He got a minor tribute in Richard Donner's 1978 Superman movie, making an uncredited cameo as a tip of the cap to the man who began Superman's illustrious live-action legacy. So he was the first.
Yeah.
Then we have George Reeves, who played Superman for 6 seasons, 104 episodes, 1952 to 1958. It's a lot of episodes in
They
6
were
years.
like 20-minute serials.
Yeah, true. That's true. The series ended at 58, and sadly, Reeves died in
Really
19.
not that many for 6 years, by the way.
Huh?
It's not that many for 6 years.
104?
That's not at all.
It just seems like it's a oh well.
6 years for Tom Welling was 130 episodes.
Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, they did 21 and yeah. Then we have Christopher Reeve, who played Superman from basically 1978 to pretty much 1987-ish.
Yeah.
Superman, Superman 2, Superman 3.
I feel like 4 was 487? I feel like it was after that. Maybe
No,
not.
4 was 87, The Quest for Peace. Then we have this one is the maybe we keep him, maybe we don't. John Hames Newton and Gerald Christopher played a Superboy TV show, ran for 4 seasons from 88 to 92.
Right, and the one only was on the first season, and they just changed out the actor without telling anybody.
Right, and
Yeah.
kept them going from seasons 2 to 4.
But again, if we're going Superboy, then there's some other ones we have to bring in.
Well, then let's not keep him in it.
Because then we got to bring in Connor from Titans.
Okay, let's X him out. Then we have stupid Dean Cain.
Yeah.
On Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. Obviously, you know where I'm ranking him. Tom Welling technically played Superman at the end of the series. He did put the cape on and fly. It was really far away. You couldn't tell it was not him. That final scene where Jonathan Kent hands Clark the outfit gave us the tagline for a really fun podcast that Michael Rosenbaum stole for the end of their podcast, Always Hold On to Smallville. Then we have Brandon Routh, who played in Superman Returns and Kingdom Come Superman on Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the GOAT, Henry Cavill, who played, obviously, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Justice League Reboot, Justice League Extended Version. And then we have Tyler Hoechlin, who plays throughout the Arrowverse shows. So I'll ask you how you rank them.
So I went through and did these, and I was just thinking when you were talking through them, I said, would I rank them differently as Superman versus as Clark Kent?
Oh, jeez. That adds another 10 minutes to the show if you do it that way.
No, it doesn't. I went through and I think I would rank them the same.
Okay.
And my toss-up with some of these things is it's not necessarily because of the actor, it's because of the writing. So
Okay.
I'm going to preface it with that. Do you want to start at the bottom? Start at the bottom.
Yes.
So the bottom for me is Kirk Allen because I've never seen him, so I don't have a choice.
Okay.
Then is Dean Cain.
Okay.
Just because I don't like the tongue-in-cheek and the rom-com version. Everything else about Dean Cain aside.
Right.
6 for me is George Reeves, just because it's a different kind of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go Brandon Routh.
Mm-hmm.
Though Brandon Routh's Clark would probably actually be higher up for me.
Agreed.
His Clark was great.
Okay. Agreed.
But his Clark was basically Christopher Reeve's Clark.
Yep.
So he's 5 for me. 4 would be Henry Cavill.
Okay.
3, I got to go Welling, and that crosses across both.
Right.
For him, Superman and Clark. I would probably put. I'd put Routh's Clark as 4 because Henry Cavill's Clark sucked.
Yeah, he did.
And again, not same with his Superman. Like I could probably knock his Superman down a few notches, not due to him, just the writing for his Superman was awful for all 3 appearances he had. Then we go Welling, then Hoechlin is 2nd for me, and I really enjoy his Clark, honestly.
Yeah, so do I.
And I think his Superman was great before they had the Clark stuff too. And then Christopher Reeves is just, the episode, the parts from Superman 2, just there's so many amazing scenes between the first and second ones that I don't think there's been a better depiction of him still.
The only one we missed was Nicolas Cage, who would actually get number one across all, but that's from Dom.
Yeah, look, I saw the movie or the documentary about it, and
The V-neck suit, yeah, the long hair.
yeah, I remember that version of Superman too.
So do I. So for me, it's really, it mirrors you pretty much a lot of the way up. I put Dean Cain 8 because I hate Dean Cain as a human being and as a Superman. So he sits at 8. 7 is Kirk Allen, also because I don't know who he is. But he goes above Dean Cain because Dean Cain sucks as a human being.
Yeah.
6 is George Reeves, and I actually remember watching reruns of George Reeves as a kid, but
Me
it doesn't
too.
hold that gravitas to the current stuff because I didn't know what I was watching.
And it was black and white too.
It was black and white.
So it doesn't pop for you as a kid the same way.
5 for me is Brandon Ruth.
Yep, Ralph. Still Ralph.
Brandon Routh also. Again, yes, I loved his Superman. Or not his Superman. I liked his Superman. I loved his Clark Kent. His turn as Superman in Crisis was really, really, really well done. Like, really well done to me. I thought that was sensational.
It was. They did a nice job with him there, and finally, and he bulked up for it.
He did. 4 for me is Hoagland.
Ooh,
and
okay.
again, I really like him as Superman and as Clark. I think the writing on that show in the first, what have they done? 2 seasons was really, really good. And for an Arrowverse show, that's saying something, that they get past the first season and the writing's still good. We'll see what happens in season 3. 3 is Tom Welling, and the top 3 they're hard because I like all 3 of them so much, but I'm a huge Smallville nut, and I think he played, surprise. He played a great Clark Kent for years, and I think he weaved Superman into his Clark Kent in the later seasons because they had to. 2 is Cavill because I'm a huge Cavill fan. And 1 is Christopher Reeve because you really you can't get better than that.
No, I think Cavill could have been the best of them if his writing hadn't been garbage.
Yeah, I mean, now we'll see what happens going forward. And The Rock did have a major say in Henry Cavill coming back. We mentioned that last week. Dom wants to know our Batman number ones without going through the whole thing real fast. Do you remember who you put as number 1?
I don't remember doing it.
Yeah, we did it.
Did we?
We did it like twice.
Cool.
We kept going back and forth about the Batman.
In that case, I'm pretty sure mine was Batfleck. I don't like his Bruce Wayne. Well, no, that's a lie.
I didn't hate his Bruce Wayne.
He's another one. I hate the writing.
Yeah.
Because there's no way Batman just walks up to me and goes, "Hi, I'm Bruce Wayne. That's my secret identity." There's no effing way that happens.
No.
But that's all he does in the goddamn Justice League movie. Just tells everybody who he is all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but look, Keaton will always be my guy. But I think Affleck is the right guy to carry that character.
I also left Affleck at number 1. I think the top 3 easily was Affleck, Pattinson, Keaton, which really got me a lot of flack. I love Michael Keaton. I think Pattinson was a better Batman, but you're also playing with a different period, like the costume's better, and he doesn't have that
he can turn his neck.
Yeah, I think that helped a lot. I mean, Keaton was at the top of the list until the other 2 came along. But
yeah,
right or wrong, I still I have Affleck at the top. I'm a huge fan of the Batfleck. Just don't remake Geely.
No, but just look, if they're gonna keep weaving him into stuff, like just write him better. Please. You can do it. There's plenty of Batman stuff out there to pull from.
Yeah.
Pull from the better stuff, not the crap that they keep pulling from.
No.
But hey, everybody, thanks as always for finding the Geek Spot with us. You can. We worked through some new snafus on the podcast side, so drop us a rating on there. Tell a friend. We'll be on Spotify. I might even post a poll or 2 on there, so keep your eyes out for that. And thanks everybody.
Thank you, everybody. We love you.